One of the things that can be a challenge in studying and in teaching psychology is that many of the ideas seem like common sense. I think sometimes that makes it seem like it's less important to research and we're just giving things fancy names to make ourselves feel important. But then we realize things aren't quite as simple as they seem, and sometimes the fancy names help us keep track of ideas. Or at least I think that's the case. Motivation is a topic that might be a good example of my train of thought here. The idea is something most of us reference on a regular basis, if not daily. To understand what's really impacting behavior, though, it helps to make sure we're talking about the same thing, to have a definition. In psychology, motivation is viewed as the need or the desire that energizes a behavior and directs it towards a goal. Motivation is responsible for the variations in intensity, persistence, and direction of ongoing behavior. Those ideas are probably relatively straightforward. If we think about what we're trying to communicate when we're talking about being motivated, it probably fits with that definition. But what influences motivation? What causes one person to be intensely interested in something that another person could care less about? What makes us keep going? That's where it gets a little bit more complicated. This unit discusses a few theories that answer those questions. Some focus on the content, or the what, and some focus on the process, or the how we keep going. Many of the theories make sense to describe behavior, but it's interesting to read about the research and whether the theory can help us predict what a person might do. In IO, that prediction is really the goal. We want to be able to predict how a person will perform under a particular set of circumstances. Now that I think about it, that might be the goal in other settings too.